Part of me thinks it's sad to see it go, but the other part of me thinks it's ice. Hello everybody and welcome back to some more FTB Skies. I've got some good news, I got some bad news, and I've got some sad news for this video. So let's start off with the good news, starting off on a good note. I was wrong. And I know that's not normally good news, but I was highly wrong because I didn't think I was going to be able to get the antimatter this video. I'm absolutely going to get to. It's not fully done yet, and I also need to pump power into this, but once this thing is full, I'm definitely going to have enough, and I should have it probably by the end of this video. And now we've got the sad news. So you all remember my little demon named Geyer Zoyerlin? He has died. Oh no, my little demon boy. It's so sad. We must hold a funeral. And here lies one demon Geyer Zoyerlin. His reign was small and his stature was smaller, but his heart was as big as any. And for some reason, we decided to give him a cross gravestone even though he was a demon. Truly, it is a sad day. Anyways, though, the bad news I will save for the end of the video. So, right now, though, we're going to continue on our endeavors to get the achievements. And right now, we need to get 64 Basal's powder, Blitz powder, and wait, no, Blizz powder and Blitz powder. I mean, I was technically right. And how I'm going to get those is actually probably the easiest thing I'm gonna do today. Maybe not. So as you can see right here, I set up a little tinted glass box just for us to, sit everything in. And right here, I have the spawners for all of them. So I'm just going to need to have those here, and I'm also going to need to have these comparators right here. And there's a specific reason why I'm using them. So I don't want to place these on the floor, so I'm going to first find the wall. Okay, this is the wall. Okay, so I want to be a bit over from that, and then we can build up by 1, 2, then Blitz spawner, and then that. And the reason for that is this way, I can control it with redstone. And then we're going to want to break this bottom block right here. And there we go. So all of these guys are basically alternatives to blazes. They're all really interesting. So I need a lever. I have 3 levers just in case this doesn't work. But if I put one right here and then flick it, it does activate all of them. There we go. So now I just need to fight these guys until I get 64 of their powders, which means I need about 32 of their things. I'm pretty sure it takes, yeah, just 1 to 2, so it's basically another version of blaze rods. If they'll spawn. I'm not sure if I need to be like a certain distance away from it or if there's like certain spawn conditions. Okay, so I had an idea. Maybe it's because there's light in here that it's causing a problem. So I have these soul lanterns, which should allow them to work even in the light. So then let's try turning it on now. And I don't know if that was the problem though. Oh, that was definitely the problem. It was the light. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it looks like one of them uses lightning attacks. That's strange. Which one of you's doing that? It's actually kind of cool. Okay, so we got the thing to kill them, but now we just need to actually get their stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's turn this off right now. I need to establish things. Oh gosh, these guys are cold. Oh, he's freezing me. Oh. Interesting, interesting. I really like this. Oh, apparently this sword had capturing on it. I never noticed that because what that enchantment does is it basically gives the mobs a really small chance of dropping their spawn egg. That's probably why I never knew, because it was ridiculously small chance. Okay, well, let's go ahead and kill you. And there we go. So yeah, I'm going to need half a stack of each of these things, which means I'm going to need to fight these guys a lot. So I'll see you all when that's done.
2 very boring minutes later.
Alrighty, here we go. I actually ended up getting more than enough of the stuff that I needed. So, I mean, I guess in the end, it's all fine. So now all we're gonna have to do is just submit that, submit this, and then that, and there we go. Now we have another achievement, 2 achievements actually, completely done without anything else. So with this, we'll get this creative chance pendant, which would allow us to pick up chance cubes. Unfortunately, I couldn't really use chance cubes this series, mostly because I couldn't craft them. But then we also have this thing right here called the creative source jar. That is going to come in handy. So now that we have both of these things done, we move on to this one where we have only 3 things left in here. One of which I already have the thing for, called the Fruit of Grishasha. It's one of the things that you can get for fighting the Guardian of Gaia. However, this is actually very expensive for a very specific reason. So, when fighting the Advanced Guardian of Gaia, it gives you the Dice of Fate, and you can get one of 6 rewards. Well, once you get all 6 of these rewards, you actually can't get them back. So if I lost any of the things I got from it, it would be gone forever. Just like this thing is right here. It's an infinite source of food, and in order for us to obtain ultimate power with this thing right here, we have to give it up. And you know what? I'm okay with that. The Fruit of Grishasha is all in there. Oh my gosh. I might be mispronouncing that. I don't know. And then after that, we have one last craftable, just one last thing called the Charm Talisman. It's actually really sick. So what it is you make all of these things called different types of charms. I'm pretty sure they're all from Cyclic. So, you know, they're actually really sick. And each of them gives you different kinds of things. Oh, hello. I'm missing something here. Alrighty, there we go. We got the Fire Charm, and then finally, we go ahead and then give ourselves the Void Charm. There we go. And then with all the power combined, we have the Charmed Talisman, which would basically, what this thing will do is it would give you resistance to all the things that those charms gave me. But as this is we don't actually need that, so I can go ahead and submit it without any problem. So now that we've done that, the next thing that we'll have to do on this list is to get 1024 Glacial Ice Shard ore. And this is from the Ad Astra mod. So in order to get that ore, we're going to need to go to the final planet in the stars. We haven't even gone to Mercury or Venus yet. So we're going to need to make a quick stop at there, make the final tier of rocket, and then head over to Glacio where we can get all that. Now, to get the ore that we're going to need to go to Venus, because I'm pretty sure it's not on Mercury, which is rather unfortunate. Oh yeah, and there's also one last spacesuit, but I don't think I'll make that. You know what? I'll make it for achievements. Before we go, though, we are going to need to pack up a few things. We're going to want to pack this thing right here, which is going to be the builder, as well as this shape card right here. Don't look at it. You don't want to know what it is just yet. Just go ahead and then switch out to the next thing. I can go ahead and give you my wrench because I'm not going to need that. Is this thing? It is full of oxygen. Okay, cool. So I am going to need some more oxygen. Let's go ahead and fill up on that. I actually discovered that you can just put your suit straight in there and it fills up your oxygen tank. It's actually really sick. Alrighty, here we go. Taking off one more time. Here we are on Venus, the planet that looks more barren than an old lady. What the heck is this? And why did I say that? Oh my gosh. Either way, aside from my stupidity, let's go ahead and then set up what we need. So, in order for us to continue on to the final island, we're going to need this new ore called calorite. It sounds like calories, but it's not. Now, the ore for this only seems to spawn on Venus, so I'm not actually going to end up going to Mercury for this, which is unfortunate because I really wanted to see what that place looks like, but that's fine. So what we need is we're going to need to put the builder right here, and then inside of that, we're going to put this shape card, which is a silk quarry. And then we can go ahead and put this on top. So then we've got that there. So now what we need to do is we need to go into here. Here we go. So this thing was just acting a little bit weird. So, so there's like a whole bunch of things that we can do with this one, but we don't want to mess with any of like the offsets or anything like that. We just want to set this thing to its max. So I think it's like 500 something. We're just going to put it at 512. It could be a lot deeper than that. I don't know. We want it to be at like a box, I think it was. It was already at a box, so I just need to set it like that. Then we want it to be solid, and that should have remained. Yes, it has. Okay, so then after that, we're just going to need... Is this thing on redstone mode? It is not, but it does need power, so we're going to go ahead and then hook that up right there. It does still have some in it, so then I guess... Now we just need to get this thing to work. Okay, now it's working. It wasn't actually doing anything before because I forgot to use this thing on it. Okay, and also it's actually started to acid rain, which is somewhat of a problem. Because since it's, you know, doing it like that, it's going to start causing problems. Because acid rain, for those of you who don't know, is very bad for you. You know what the worst part is? The way that I'm intending to do this, we're only going to need 8 of this calcite ore. Oh my gosh, this sucks. Alrighty, here we go. I have enough of the ore. Now, you might be thinking that I'm going to need a lot more than this, but I did the math, and if I did it properly, I actually won't. And it's going to be very, very interesting as to how I'm going to do that. But we've already got everything we needed here, so now we can just go ahead and head back to Earth. I'm going to miss this place, this barren old place. I wonder how I was supposed to... Oh. There's structures here. I'm gonna check those out real quick, and I'll let you know if it's anything interesting. Oh boy, was this interesting. Oh my gosh, they're space piglins! What? They're called pygros. What are you guys? They look awesome, dude! Huh. That's real interesting. So this is basically like a space nether temple. That's very, very interesting, actually. Okay, well, their oinking is getting very annoying. And then what was this thing right here? It's just a spiral. Okay, so I bet you... Oh, gosh! What are you? Okay, so I bet you that this is supposed to be like a dungeon of some kind. Yeah, because there's a bunch of pretty decent stuff in there. So, yeah, that's real interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna head back to Earth and get everything set up. Alright, so now that we have the ore, we can actually use it for how we're going to get the amount we need from just 8 of the ore. So if we put this in the mechanical squeezer, just one of these things inside of the mechanical squeezer will make 8, and it could possibly give me even more than that. But we're going for the straight one, which is a definite chance at 8. And it actually gave me more than I'm going to need for that part. So then we just need to run all of this through, and it should give me a good amount of it. It's actually giving me a lot of it. And yeah, there we go. We ended up with a stack and a quarter of a stack of the stuff. So now after that, we need to wait for this thing to run through, and then we can go ahead and then throw in the calorite ore. So this whole thing is basically what I did to fix my problem with uranium for my reactor over there. It actually is really sick, so I basically just went full throttle on it. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to chemical inject these and turn them into shards. Those shards are then going to turn into clumps. Those clumps are then going to turn into dirty dust, and then those dirty dusts are going to turn into dirty calcite. And then those dirty calorites are going to go into here. So then what I can do with the calorite is I can go ahead and then bring this down into here and then ask for the calorite dust to be smelted inside of there. So that will then get smelted, and then we can go ahead and then put it also on this list right here, so that will then go into the system. And then the fully smelted calorite will go here, and then I need to set up a drawer for that, lock it in place, and then link it. So now all the calorite is going in. There we go. So by the time all of this finishes, we should have more than enough of the calorite. Alrighty, I should have everything I need now. So now all that's left for me to do, on screen at least, is to make the jet suit. And the reason I'm not showing the rocket is because I've already made the rocket. I'll show the end of it, but the beginning part of it, I won't need to. So firstly, we're just going to need to get the helmet. I'm actually going to need to repair these things. Actually, I won't. Then we're just going to need to grab the jet suit, then a good old pair of space pants, and slap on a pair of space boots, and you're ready to go. There we go. So now let's go ahead and then take a look at this whole thing together. Oh my gosh, look at me. I look sick, dude. This is awesome. And the best part about this thing is, if you put energy inside of it, you can actually fly. Now, I don't have a lot of use for that since I already have creative flight, but I do kind of want to see what that'll look like. So can I power it inside of the matrix? I can actually do that. That's awesome. Now, this is going to eat up a lot of power. Oh gosh, what is that? That's 100,000? Yeah, okay, so that is quite a lot. Wait, no, it's more than 100,000. Oh, that's 1 million. Oh, it's quite a bit. Yeah, honestly, halfway should be good enough. But yeah, I actually already filled up my induction matrix. That's freaking awesome. So now then, how does the flight work? Like, oh! Dude! Look at me! What the heck? I'm like freaking Iron Man! Dude! Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. That's beautiful for the intro. I've got something for later on. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Holy crap, dude. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love every second of this. That is freaking sick. Oh my gosh. If I knew I was going to get flight like this, I would have finished up Ad Astra ages ago. Alrighty, here we go. We've got everything, and with this, the final generation of rockets. It's here. Oh my gosh, look at this beefy boy. Holy crap, it lost some of its rockets, but it got so much bigger. Holy crap, that is awesome. Well, here we go. For the final time, venturing off into space. Oh, wait a minute, one quick second. Yeah, there we go. Thumbnail shot. Either way, men, let us go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. I'm a little bit off on my counting, but that's fine. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're venturing off into space. Screenshot. And here we go. The final place right here in this word that I can't pronounce. We have Glacio. Let us venture off to the final planet in the world. Well, I mean, oh, goodness gracious. What is wrong with that moon? Oh, there it is. The new planet. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Dude, it looks so well placed. I love this. I love this. It's a great substitute for Pluto. Oh gosh, I miss you, Pluto. You'll always be a planet in my art. I love them. I absolutely love these guys. Do I have it? Yes, I do. You are going home with me. Oh my gosh, I have a pet Glacian ram. Oh my gosh, look at this place. Look at that moon, or that sun, or no, it's a moon. What is this? This looks awesome. Okay, I'm going to put my launch pad right here. There we go, so that way we'll be ready for that. And then we can go ahead and then get back to what we were doing beforehand, where we had the builder. So let's go ahead and stop that right now. Now we just need to get it to start building things. Okay, so what we're looking for is this Glacio Ice Shard ore. Now, as long as I can get just one of those, we will then have the means to be able to get them, because then I'm just going to need to blacklist that thing inside of here, and then set everything else to just go into a garbage can. It's gonna be a trying process, but I'm sure with a lot of determination, I will be able to do this. So give me about 10 years.
Much later.
Well, this took absolutely forever, but we finally have the Glacio Ice Shard ore. Now, this is the specific one that we want, so we want to put that onto the blacklist, so that way that won't be able to go in there. And so then, everything that this thing is mining will be exclusively that. So this is going to take an absolute crap ton of power. And for some reason, it looks like that the power isn't really going in for some reason or another. Okay, so it is still working. It's just that the thing, for some reason, is at a really low power. I'm gonna try and find a way to fix that, but I'm not sure I will be able to. But it is still getting more of them. And I also did the math. For the 1024 that I'm going to need, it's going to be about 16 stacks. So that'll be when the chest reaches this point right here. This will be the final stack. So, I mean, it's definitely doable. It's just going to take a long time. A long time.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Alrighty, here we go. We have enough of the ice shards to be able to get all of this done. Oh my gosh. I have been sitting here for a long freaking time. But now we finally... Wait. I don't need to submit them? Wait, so then... What? Okay, I guess I just need to have it in my inventory. Not sure how I actually feel about that, but with that out of the way, we now have all of the power in the world. Not all of it, though. We actually still have just a few more things that we're going to need to get. But with this, now we have ourselves this creative world shaper. So what this thing does is it's from Create, and what you can use this for is you can basically infinitely duplicate blocks. So to demonstrate, we just go over to this piece of packed ice, shift right click it, and it should be bound to that now. Oh wait, no, I left click it, not right click it. Okay. So then we can go into here, and then I can kind of set the dimensions that I want. I want this thing to be at about, let's say 10, 5, and 5. Okay, and then we should be able to just make a little thing right here of ice. There we go, and we can do this with anything too, so if I want to just make infinite amounts of diamond blocks, I can totally do that. It is all within my power. This thing is insane. But now that we've done all that, we have no reason to stay here anymore, so it's time to head back home. Alrighty, so now that we've gotten all of these previous ones, we have just 2 more things that we're going to need. That first thing is this thing right here called the Thread of Gliding. Now, I've already set aside everything that we're going to need to get this right here. So first, I need to get rid of this enchanting apparatus and then place this imbuement chamber. Then we're going to need the feathers, the Wilden horns, the source gems, and then the arrows. It doesn't matter what kind they are. So first, we can put the wing, then the arrow, then the feather, and then inside of here, we can go ahead and then put the source gem. And it is taking out the source from the creative source jar, which means this should be working. And then inside of it, there we go. We have ourselves the air essence. And oh, it doesn't actually eat it up. I was expecting it to do so. That is very interesting. Okay, then I guess I can discard the rest of this. And with that, there we go. Now we have ourselves 2 air essences. And the reason we need these things is because they are essential for the final crafting recipe. So, right in here, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to, well actually, we need to replace the imbuement chamber. So then we need to put elytra here, air essence here, and then here. I don't think it really matters which place it's in, but I just want to put it like that. And then we put that in there, and then it all coalesces, making the final ritual. Oh my goodness, I've never actually gotten into this mod, but I mean, if I ever get a mod pack where it involves it again, I think I'm going to use it. So then, there we go. We have the Thread of Gliding now. So then, does that accept it, or... Nope, I actually am going to need to submit it. That's fine. Alrighty, we've reached the point. We have all 5,000 antimatter. So now we connect this thing to here, and here we go. 5 days of staying around AFK in this thing just to get it to reach 1,000. It took me so long, and we're finally doing it. I'm finally free. Sadly, this is the first mod pack I've found where I didn't find any duplication glitches. It's unfortunate. I actually had to be a legit boy. I hate being honorable. That's a joke, by the way. But with that, now we have all 5 of the antimatter. So now we just need to submit this last thing, the final achievement. There we go. We are finally, truly overpowered. So then let's go ahead and then collect these last things right here. 1,000 experience and the Cheaty storage disk. Now, what this thing does, it is an infinite source of storage. I think it would work with any of these things, but I have a refined storage system, so we'll put it in there. And now, this whole thing, it's infinite. I can hold an infinite amount of... That's not what I thought it was at all. Okay, so what this thing actually does in actuality, this thing gives me everything. Like, everything in the game. It gives me an infinite amount of that. What? Wait, I thought that this was just going to hold an infinite number of things. No, it's just straight up. You can just hold everything. What? Dude, that is absolutely insane. What? That is a lot more overpowered than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, hello. So basically with this, if there was anything where I needed to like collect an item or something in order to be able to get it, I could technically do it now. I would just need to go over and find it. Now that we have the cheaty storage disk, and we've completed everything in the final mod pack, or not the final mod pack, in the final achievements thing, we've come to the bad news of this thing. So, there is a lot more to this mod pack, and you should all really check it out because there's so much into it. But, when it comes to making a series off of it, there isn't really anything more that I can do that would be somewhat entertaining. So, unfortunately, after about 3 months, which is a lot shorter than other series I've done, FTB Skies is finally coming to an end. And I am absolutely... I'm both ecstatic and also really sad to say that, because I had a lot of fun with this mod pack. Like, there were times where I wasn't sure about it, but I managed to push through, and I really think that it was all worth it. Because this was just one of the most fun mod packs I've ever played. I still think Stone Block 3 was more fun, but this is definitely a close second in mod packs that I've done. So, where do we go from here? Well, obviously to another mod pack, which means on Monday, hopefully if I can find one by then, we're going to have the next series up and going. It's gonna be awesome, and I have an idea for what I want to do since we've been in the ground and we've been in the sky. So I think there's only one place left that we should go, but I don't know yet. So with that being said, let's go ahead and then collect all our final rewards. I got myself a cake to celebrate, and yeah, that was really awesome. So if you guys enjoyed this, then be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Check out the entire series of FTB Skies. So I'll see you all in the next series. Bye-bye! Tally-ho!